Today we're visiting with attorney Billy Briscoe in Houston, Texas with the Briscoe Law Firm. How you doing today, Mr. Briscoe?
Great. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. First of all, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be recognized for being such an exceptional role model for children.
Well, thank you. Thank you. My pleasure.
Mr. Briscoe, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from?
Sure. Originally from Houston. Um, Grew up here, attended high school at Lamar and undergrad at Hampton University. After graduating, returned to attend law school at the University of Houston. After using the private sector, I returned to get a master's in business administration from the University of Michigan.
Now, being that you're an attorney and such an accomplished attorney, can you take us through the process of how does a kid growing up in the inner city become a prominent attorney? How does that happen?
Gosh, sure. Hard work, a lot of luck, and more hard work. I always tell people that you never know what path you're gonna take or end up. You just gotta complete and continue to do things that build confidence and competence, and you hope for the best. I was fortunate to have several mentors and people who sort of guided me along the way and made certain that I didn't land into any irreparable landmines. And but again, by the grace of God and getting hard work, we just continue to do the types of things you need in order to do to finish college, get into law school, and then become a licensed attorney and stay licensed.
I agree. As a kid growing up, what did you want to be?
It's kind of odd. I have a twin brother, and we always, thought about being attorneys, and literally from the time when we knew fundamentally what the word meant and had appreciation what the word meant. We wanted to go down that path. Didn't really know how to get there, but again, we kind of had an idea about what we wanted to do, and kept mining and trying to figure out how to get there and what it meant. And as we began to really crystallize what we wanted to do as we finished high school and then off to college, it became apparent that would be the track that we'd take.
Well, can you tell us what type of attorney are you?
Well, we do basic civil litigation. So we defend and sue business enterprises. We create business enterprises, and we do a fair amount of administrative law. So I represent individuals and agencies before state, local governments.
Well, I understand that you're very active in the community. Can you tell us about some of the things you're doing?
Sure. Public service is not only in my eyes, it's not something that's negotiable. It's as important as going to church. I mean, giving back, particularly for those who have been helped along the process, is one of the biggest and best things you can do as a contributing citizen. I served on a couple of different boards with the City of Houston. I served on their Affirmative Action Contract Compliance Commission, which oversees and reviews contracts that are awarded by the city, and they have a minority component to it. I also serve on the board of Harris County Improvement District number 12, which is looking to improve and develop jobs and economy out in the old Astrodome area. And then I have a couple of boards that I sit on that really speaks to the hearts of kids. I'm a board member of Making It Better, which I sit on with a high school friend of mine who are doing tutorial programs in elementary schools throughout the city of Houston. And I also sit on the board of Have Haven, which is an RTC facility, which is housing at-risk girls between the ages of principally 13 and 18. So it's a pretty full and active slate of activities. But again, it's something that in my eyes, I view it being non-negotiable.
Well, you came to our attention for some of the work that you had previously done with the elementary school from one of the principals.
Sure.
That we recognized. And she spoke very highly of you, and she told me to tell you thank you for the great work that you did for her kids. And I want to say to you thank you for taking an active role in children's future to see that these kids can have opportunities that otherwise they may not have access to.
Well, one of the things to speak about that, I mean, I remember growing up, I didn't get a chance to get outside the community very much. And I remember, once I did and I began to be exposed to many different things, what impact it had on me. And for some of those fifth graders, going down to Austin, Texas, and walking around the Capitol and walking around the university, I still have fond memories of times when I got to go out and do something when I was a kid. And I think that impacted me in a positive way. And hopefully, if we can just expose people, expose young men and women to those types of things, it will help to jumpstart something in their lives to lead them down a path of bright futures.
Well, we need many, many more people just like you, and we really appreciate you. If you had to leave a message for children about what it takes to actually become a success, what would your message be?
I think, to always believe in the art of the possible. I know it's a little esoteric, but really, I mean, if you fundamentally believe that anything is possible, it allows you to get out of your own way, to work hard, even in the face of adversity, to get back up when you fall down, to continue to, again, mine opportunities and look for people, positive people, to help you along the path. And you know what? I mean, if you do those types of things, people will recognize it, and they'll usually help you along the way if they can.
Well, again, Mr. Briscoe, I want to thank you for your time, and just want you to know on behalf of myself and the entire community that we appreciate you, and please keep up the great work.
I do appreciate it. Thank you, Troy. You do the same.
Thank you.